Hey everyone, I'm Katie and I'm autistic. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you can get all the latest and greatest of autism. Today we're going to be debunking some autism myths. These are myths that autistic friends of mine have had others believe of them. Some of them I've run into myself, and others I've scoured the internet for. So let's get started. Myth number 1. Autism is a disease. This first one a friend of mine unfortunately came across, and this is also the reason why so many autistics are very, very frustrated with the organization called Autism Speaks. I don't have time to rant about that in this video, but there are a couple of videos I will post down below if you are curious. Autism is not a disease. If you get too close, you're not going to catch the autism. Also, please don't ever put that on us. What are we supposed to do? Stay home for the rest of our lives? This COVID-19 caused quarantine is already enough. Myth number 2. Autism can be cured. Because it is not a disease, it's not something that can be cured. Again, this is unfortunately something Autism Speaks does believe, and a lot of their efforts are towards finding a cure. If you ever meet an autistic, please do not try and encourage them by saying, "Oh, I heard that there's this cure for autism." Certain medications and supplements can definitely help us manage our symptoms, but nothing will ever cure it. An autistic who is struggling to manage his or her symptoms and is searching for help needs exactly that. Help, not a cure. Personally, if anyone told me that there's a cure for autism and that I should try it, I'd take it as an insult. Do they not think I can learn to manage my symptoms? Do they think I'd rather not be autistic? I love being autistic and want to trade it for the world. Gosh, I'm excited for the video for all the fun sides of autism. Myth number 3. Autism can be outgrown. No! Autism traits can change as the person grows up, but once you hit 25, the age your brain is fully developed, you will have your spectrum of autism for the rest of your life. This can be very, very difficult for some to hear, especially parents of autistics. So let me say this. I know it's hard, and I can't imagine how hard, but I know it is. Your child's autism won't go away, but they will learn how to manage it. To what extent is up to the resources you and your child find and what part of the spectrum your child is on. Your child may have all the resources in the world but still struggle massively, or have just a few resources and be absolutely fine, or anywhere in between. Just be patient with yourself, with your child, and with the world. Myth number 4. Boys are much more likely to have autism than girls. Both boys and girls have the same chance of having autism. The only reason that this myth is out there is because doctors back in the day did not do their due diligence and only focused on autism in boys. Because of this, for years, doctors believed that autism was only a male disorder. Autism displays itself in males very differently than it does in females, but it's the same disorder. Females tend to be better at hiding or masking their autism, so it's not caught until later in life. My female autistic friends and I did not get diagnosed until somewhere between 12 and 19 years old. I've even heard of moms who are well into their 40s and even grandmas finally getting diagnosed because their child or grandchild was diagnosed and they noticed a lot of similar traits in themselves. What drives me crazy about this myth is that no matter how many females are getting diagnosed, we're still stuck in believing with this myth. There's got to be something that doctors can pinpoint and realize, oh, hey, this little girl has autism. Don't get me wrong, science has definitely progressed. I just get a little impatient because I'm on the other side, hearing stories after stories, with patients' confusion on why their child is acting this way. Myth number 5. Okay, so these next few myths aren't quite in myth form. They're more of just misunderstandings. The first one is that many parents tend to chalk up their child's autistic traits to it being a disciplinary issue. This is either because the child is not diagnosed yet, or they are in denial that the child has any disorder at all, no matter what the doctor says. This can become a rather dangerous situation for the child. The parents often end up unintentionally abusing their child. The phrase unintentionally abusing probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense, so let me explain. Imagine a child has a pain in her knee, but is unable to explain what she is experiencing at all. Now imagine her parents have never experienced pain themselves and don't know what pain is. Say this family loves to go to the zoo, often takes their child to the store with them, and goes for walks around the neighborhood daily. Of course, the child is going to whine and complain and fuss until she gets to sit down because of her pain. To the parents, this looks like a disciplinary issue, so they punish her. So now, the child believes that her invisible knee pain is wrong to experience. She can't control it, and she doesn't know how to ask for help. She might end up asking herself, is something wrong with me? Autism is that knee pain. Parents accidentally punish their autistic for being who they are. That's unintentional emotional and mental abuse, and it's not okay. If something seems off, get your child tested. Myth number 6. Again, this isn't quite in myth form, but I have run into a lot of confusion about this topic. Is autism a disability? Yes, it is. If you're hesitant to call it a disability in front of an autistic, please know that calling it a disability does something incredible. It acknowledges that living with autism keeps your autistic from being able to do certain things. For me, I am so thankful whenever someone recognizes that autism is not an easy thing to live with. It tells me that that person believes that what I go through on a daily basis is very real. That is very relieving and very validating. It means that I don't have to defend myself and why my autism is real and hard. So yes, it is a disability, and to those who recognize it as such, thank you. You make living in this world just a little bit easier. Last myth, and myth number 7. This one comes in the form of a short conversation. Hey, I'm autistic, but you're pretty high functioning, so it's okay, right? Just because it's high functioning does not mean we struggle any less. Autism spectrum disorder is not a linear spectrum. You can't be really autistic or just a little autistic. The spectrum is more of a color wheel. Each color represents an autistic trait. One autistic could have blue, green, red. Another could have red, orange, and blue. And another one could have yellow, blue, and purple. Let's say that purple is the ability to speak in coherent sentences and have basic motor skills. This is the only color that separates high functioning and low functioning. If an autistic has red, blue, green, and purple, and another one only has red, blue, and green, They are equally autistic. One just simply has more visible symptoms than the other. All of these myths are very, very frustrating to an autistic, whether myself or others. I've talked to a lot of my autistic friends to see what their point of view is and what they wanted others to know about autism, and this list is a good chunk of what I received. If you catch yourself believing one of these myths, please, please, please do your research, ask an autistic, find out what the real answer is. Thank you so much for watching my video. Again, these are posted every Friday. I'm trying to get a Bible study going up every Wednesday on Hebrews 11. Unfortunately, that did not happen this week. There's been a lot of issues with depression and that sort of thing, so please, if you are a believer, keep me in your prayers. It was hard to get this video alone posted. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell, because we all know that the subscribe button is kind of useless. Also, comment down below, what do you think? Do you have any ideas? Are you autistic and want to do a collaboration? I would be totally down for that. Thank you again so much for watching my video, and see you next week.